Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can increase the ranking of your website so you can eventually get it onto the first page of Google search results, and then show you the search volume and traffic that these top sites are getting, along with what you would expect for the amount of new leads to be coming directly into your business. Now, to do all that, what I do is I've just taken this quick search here and I pulled up the top 3 competitors that are ranking here, as well as your own website, and then I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds on your site that it uses to determine your position in the search results, and then rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So you can see just quickly at a quick overview of some of these numbers why these websites are ranking at the top of the list far above yours. But let me do a little bit of explanation on what these numbers mean and then how you can improve them. So when Google is looking to determine in what order to rank a search result, it uses 2 different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that it has in your site, which is basically a popularity contest. Now, this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours and then they create a link. And they act as an endorsement that Google uses to build that trust because others are vouching for you. So just to quickly give an example, if the local news station did an article on their website for the top 10 best pest control companies in Boise, and in that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now there's a lot of different types of websites that can link back to yours, including any kind of like blogs or posting sites, some press releases, maybe distributors or manufacturers or companies that you work with. However, one very important type that has a lot of strength is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. Now, these are usually all free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. So looking at some of the top competitors here, you can see why Google is trusting them and has more authority in their websites based on the amount of links that they have coming back to them. But there's just something to note here is it's not just a matter of the quantity of these links, it's also the quality. So certain links are more spammy than others, and we need to be going after websites that are more authoritative and have trust in the eyes of Google, as well as also being relevant to your service industry. We can't just have any website linking back to yours. Now, the second factor for ranking the site is the content on the page. So if we go in here and take a look, these are all the keywords and phrases that are being typed into Google search that are being found on your website, along with the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we do some research, both in the market and on your competitors' web pages, to find out what all the highest volume keywords are that are relative to the services that you offer and in the areas you offer them in, and make sure that they're being prominently displayed and picked up on your website. So for instance, Boise pest control, that's being searched 800 times a month. Right now, you're in the 32nd position. You've actually gone down. So that's going to put you on probably the top of the 4th page of Google. If you were on the first page, 800 people a month will be seeing your website when they search. Now, we're very conservative, and Google Analytics says about 10% of total search volume will actually become a potential lead to the business. So now you're looking at a potential of 80 new clients calling or emailing or inquiring about your services. Now, I don't know exactly what the close rate is or the percentage for your business for incoming clients, but you can just see how the sheer volume can add up to some revenue at the end of the month and the end of the year. And that's just for one keyword. So we would repeat that same process for all the highest volume keywords and make sure that those are properly displayed on your site. There is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords on your site. So if we check it out here, as far as the layout, it's good that we have all the information that a customer could want right at the top, including all these services that are clickable. What I would suggest though is a majority of people are searching nowadays on their mobile device, so we want this to be mobile optimized. So these should be automatically a click to call button, so it should automatically start dialing or at least put the number into their dialer. Same thing with the email address. We want that to automatically populate a new message for them. And then as far as these services, it's great to have all this information. I would probably say it's getting a little bit crowded here. So maybe condense these into, home, contact, about us, services, things like that. And then the service menu would drop down and it would show individual services, just so it's a little bit easier to follow and easier to navigate. However, as far as Google is concerned, it doesn't care about the layout. Being a computer, the first thing it's going to do is just come in and count all the words and text on the page. Now, it's usually looking for a minimum of about 1,500 words on a home page because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are, and then therefore the more likely it is to recommend you. However, we basically also need to look at the amount of content on your competitor's page because if they have 1,500, then you have to have 2,000. It's just basically a matter of just doing a little bit better than whatever your competition is, so that way Google will find you more relevant. Now, while it's counting all the words, it's searching for those keywords, any kind of service that you offer, and then the areas you offer it in, things like that. Now, this is where the number of words on the page particularly comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of these keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the more services or locations or keywords in general that you want to be found for means the more information and content that needs to be added to the page. So if we go back and look at the search results, the first thing that's going to come up is what's called the Google Map Pack. Now, this is a pretty important area to try to get listed into because it's always at the top of the page, so a lot of traffic comes to these first three websites. Now, to be listed in here is free. You just need to fill out and optimize your Google business profile, which is part of the Maps app, so you can be done right from a smartphone. What we do is we make sure that all the information is filled out, all the services you offer, the areas, even the hours of operation. Then in your business description, you're allowed 750 characters. We make sure that that's optimized with some keywords as well. Then you want to be taking photos that are geolocated and tagged within your service area and make sure you're posting those as well as posts and updates on the Google profile on a regular basis. Then we collect as many reviews as you can. And then you want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. So then underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. Now this is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up in the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb and outrank the competition. Then once you are here at the top, you'll be getting all that traffic to the site and all those leads coming directly to your business. Now, I hope this information was helpful and it shows you how you can scale some of your online presence. All these tactics can be done for not only your home page, but individual service pages and location pages if you want to rank for different types of services and also rank in different cities as well. But please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you want to go into any further details. We could talk about some of your goals for the business and then do a little bit of research to find out what it would take for you to reach those. I appreciate your time and look forward to speaking with you.